What is up? It is Miguel from Run With It, and we are back with another episode of Art Can Change the World. We are here at the 96.5 Buzz Studios, and we got Hartzell in the house. So, Hartzell, why don't you let them know what you do in the arts world?
Yeah, well, like Miguel said, I am a radio DJ here at 96.5 The Buzz, 7 to midnight, weeknights, so listen longer. On top of that, I'm the, PA host of Children's Mercy Park, which is the home of Sporting KC. We wear lots of hats, lots of hats. But it's been great, and couldn't be more lucky and happy to be where I'm at.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you're kind of entwined with the arts music world.
Mm-hmm.
Just curious, where, like for you, what was like a story that inspired you to jump into this, where art impacted you personally?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in an art family. My dad is a photographer. That's what he does for a living. I have a twin. My twin has kind of followed in my dad's footsteps. Cool. So he's a photographer, and he also does film and movies and all that good stuff. And we all kind of did this weird, off the beaten path entertainment. We just can't have normal day jobs, pretty much.
I get that.
I refuse to do it. So art has kind of been something that has been in my life since Jump Street, and I grew up like some of the first memories I can remember is just being in my dad's dark room, and smelling all the chemicals, and it just was awesome. It would always be one of those things where me and my brother would kind of tiptoe downstairs and kind of see what dad's working on, but we'd get yelled at because it's a dark room, so you can't have the doors open.
So you ruined everything.
Ruined it, but it turns out being great, because that's what the beauty of what film used to be, And I just going down there and just playing with, just little stuff, playing with the equipment, and just even I remember for some reason I was just entranced with the little basically just oversized tweezers that he would use to get the black and white out of the pot of whatever chemicals, and it was just amazing, and I remember, he would tell me, he still tells me these stories, his dad, my grandfather, also named Hartzell. I'm the third.
I'm a junior.
That's my plug for Pops. There you go. My dad, my grandpa, worked for J.C. Nichols way back when, and one of the first African Americans who was even allowed on the plaza. Wow. And so, working with the Nichols family, he used to, my grandpa would bring over just boxes and boxes of paper. Mm-hmm. Construction paper, stuff that had the Nichols logo all over it. And, my dad would tell me that he would come home and have these boxes of papers, and he'd start drawing. He would start drawing, from sun up to sundown. And whenever he ran out of paper, he would use his walls. And, and from what I heard, Grandma didn't love that so much.
I bet.
Yeah, Grandma Gray was not a huge fan of my dad's Crayola masterpieces in the living room.
But it's art.
But, that's what he tried. She didn't quite get it.
Gotcha.
She didn't
tough
love
sell.
That. It was a tough
It's
sell.
a tough sell with the wall.
It's a tough sell when it doesn't come off. You know?
Right.
So, and he told me that story, and when I was little, he did the same thing. It was one of those things where it kind of came full circle, So when me and my brother would come home from school, he brought us a bunch of paper, we'd be out there and playing with his old cameras that didn't work anymore, just kind of playing with the feel of it, and still to this day, one of my favorite things is going out with him. He doesn't shoot as much anymore. Mm-hmm. He's getting lazy. But some of my favorite things now is just even, going back over this old stuff he used to shoot. Or, he will occasionally bring out the camera, and kind of see what he can do. And I love that.
That's something awesome, like that. Man. Here in this story, your father in a different format really inspires you into a whole different realm of art. And a lot of times I think of DJs as curators of art, and you guys even here seems to have this powerful connection, the Buzz family, and it's serious. It's a real connection that people have.
Oh, definitely.
I'm curious in the things that you're doing, maybe not even the Buzz, but where have you seen art impact other people?
Just so interesting to just kind of see, where we kind of fit in this puzzle now. It's 2017. Everybody's got Apple Music, or they've got Spotify, or they've got a buddy who knows this guy, who can get you into contact with this band, you know? And so, you know, it's weird kind of trying to find a place now for a DJ, you know, there's, you know, that's kind of why we don't just talk about music. It's a little bit, you know, music is awesome, but it's, you know, we also are about, you know, you, Buzz family, life, you know, just how's it going, that kind of thing. But it's been really interesting, because, you know, I had never done professional radio until I got this job, so almost 4 years ago, and it's been just really cool to go to the show and you know, Buzz Beach Ball, our biggest festival of the year.
It's kind of a big thing.
Kind of a big deal. I enjoy it. It's pretty cool. People seem to like it.
Yeah.
It's just so cool to see that entire process, you know. So you announce the lineup, and band after band after band.
Oh, and that's a big day.
And it's
like
a big
Twitter
day.
is like
it is
nuts.
It's a big day. It's one of those days like everyone here is up at like 6 a.m. because, you know, Aventura during the morning show will you know, kick off the announcement. So we're up early because we want to follow along with the text line. We want to see the tweets in live time, you know. And so we'll see these bands, and people, you know, will start sobbing just because they know the band's going to be here in like 10 months. You know what I mean? And then we get closer to the show. It's awesome just to see this is a steady progression, you know. So, you know, the lineup gets announced, and, you know, people get excited because of the potential of seeing their favorite band in town, you know. It's like, oh, they're in Kansas City. That's where I live, you know. So, and, you know, we get closer to the show, and, you know, we play, you know, more of the songs for the bands come to town, and you just get that reaction of people saying, I just can't wait to see this band, or, you know, this band affected my life, or this band saved my life, or this song turned my life around. And then you get closer and closer to the show, and, you know, you get to the day of the show, you know, and it's there. And, you know, we do stage announcements for some of these bands, you know, and, you know, I get pumped up as if I'm about to do, and I'm there for 30 seconds. Just, I was like, oh, here they come. You know, I'm not supposed to do anything, but I'm now getting pumped up because I'll go out there, you know, beach ball. Last year, I remember going out there, and it was front row, and this girl was there, and just, I didn't do anything. I just said the band's coming up next, and just starts bawling.
Wow.
And just because she's so excited, you know.
But it's that deep for people.
It's
it
so
really is.
great.
Really is.
And then you sit back and you see AWOL Nation just tear the house down, or Glass Animals, or Alt J, or whoever. And, you know, I was talking to, I did career day today, and so I was telling some stories about, you know, some shows. I'm an emotional guy. I like to, you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve sometimes. You know, Alt J went on for Buzz Beach Ball 2015, and I lost it. Wow. Just lost my mind, because I'm standing there, because it's an experience, you know. I'm standing there next to my buddy Spencer Snowcone, for those who listen longer, who is now, you know, that guy, me and him, we kind of came up together. So, you know, when I started, he started not too long after me, and we worked our way from being interns together, and then we worked our way to being part-timers together, and then, you know, I got my night show, and then Snowcone got on with the Church of Laszlo, and it just, everything has just a story to it, you know. And Alt J is headlining our biggest show of the year at our station that we work for and that we love and that we are so fortunate to be a part of. And Alt J has become so much of, you know, a part of kind of the story of the Buzz and how Kansas City breaks bands. And so all that's happening, you know, and, you know, Spencer's one of my best friends, and I'm, you know, and I get the chance to work with him, and all that's happening, and we're standing next to each other, and Alt J goes on, and I just lost it. I just started breaking down because everything, and he did the same thing. You know, I was like, I love you, man.
You guys
I love
just
you
hugging
too.
back,
just broing out. You know, just
complete.
disgusting. You know, just broing out, and but it was just in that moment, just everything was just right. Yeah. You know, the story of you know, just the experience and everything, just kind of all those emotions. You know, I heard all these bands at this station that I get to work for, and I love the music anyway, and I get a chance to have a small role part of this. And, you know, when the first beat of Alt J hit, and I was just a mess.
Yeah, our oldest boy was there. I didn't get to go, and he loved it too.
It was
Alt J's kind of a big deal for us.
And it's so great to, you know, see, you know, being on this end of the veil, you know, to see that entire process from announce to finish. It's a really cool thing to see, not only firsthand, personally, how it affects me, but just to see, you know, 20,000 screaming people, Buzz family, whatever you want, whoever, no matter where you're at, what show you're at, Kansas City, 20,000 under the lights, we're at Sporting Park, and for that moment in time, for that set, for that hour and a half, hour and 45, whatever their time is that they're on there, everything is just perfect. Everything is right. This is exactly where you should be, where I should be, where we should be together in this moment. And it's something you can't get anywhere else. You can't get that from, I used to run track. I ran D1, and there's a different type of high you can get from that. People talk about runner's high. They talk about lifting high. People talk about getting actually high. It's just a different thing, and that is just it's an art high. It's an art high. It's just and
you gotta grab that Twitter handle.
I will steal that. I will steal that. That's gonna be my hashtag.
Boom.
And it's something that's really special that you can't get anywhere else. And when you have it, you know how much you want to have it. Which I think that's why music continues. That's why music is still a thing, because once you've felt that, you want to keep doing it. I mean, why do you do what you do? You love it. It's what you want to do for a living, and you just want to keep getting there as many times as you can.
Absolutely. So, well, thank you, man. Thanks for what you guys do, curating something way bigger than just a radio station.
We try.
And thanks for the time. So,
no
we have a lot of followers in Kansas City, but growing followers from all over the world. So let them know when locally, but then how maybe they can connect with you and connect with the Buzz.
This guy, you guys, you're followers. I need to steal some of yours.
Boom.
I could use some. So I'm on air Monday through Friday, 7 to midnight. So just listen longer. We got 96.5 The Buzz. You can listen online, 965thebuzz.com. We're on every social media thing that's ever been invented or ever will be invented. So just search 96.5 The Buzz on Twitter and Instagram or Facebook.
And they got the app.
They got the app as well.
The app's pretty killer. We've been talking about that app.
Yeah, stream us online, man. If we had somebody message in on the text line from Sydney a couple nights ago. So that was really cool. Awesome. It's a really fun. This is what we do, and it's one of those things. I think that kind of going back to the whole theme of art is a lot of different things. What my boss does from 3 to 7 every day during the Church of Laszlo, I think that's art. I couldn't do what he does. Hopefully people feel like they're a part of something special and listen longer to us, and if not, we'll do better.
Well, I know they do. I
appreciate that. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Much more to come from Art Can Change the World.